Hey, how are you guys doing? Dean Dwyer. So listen, whether you have purchased my program or not, I wanted to give you just a brief snippet of some of the things that I'm going to be talking about. And the idea that I'm actually going to share with you today, I believe personally, is probably the most powerful idea within the whole course that I'm going to be offering, or training is probably a better way to look at this. And so I thought I'd give you just a sample of what some of the things are that I'm going to be talking about. Now, just to sort of prep you for this, because this is a snippet, you're only going to see this one slide. So I'm not going to be jumping around to a whole bunch of other slides. But this idea in and of itself really captures, I think, the essence of this course. And as you can see from the title, Power Habits for Successful Weight Loss. And I'm not going to get into a whole bunch of things right now that will basically take away from the training that I'm doing on Friday. But let me just simply explain what you're looking at and why this is so profound and why this could dramatically shape what happens for you moving forward. And so what you're looking at is, again, you can see 5 circles, and within each circle there are some other things going on. By the way, what this drawing that you're looking at, created by me, and this is what happens when you don't send your kids to art school. So if you got kids and you want them to be able to somewhat, illustrate the things that they're talking about, you may want to send them to art camp so they can actually do that. Otherwise, this is what you're going to get. But I have to say, because I am self-taught, I'm a self-taught artist, it's actually not all that bad. Anyhow, so again, some of the things you're looking at, this idea that I'm talking about here is called the multiplier effect. And it's huge. It's just, I said it, I believe that this is the most powerful idea out of the whole training that I'm going to be offering. And just let me explain what you're looking at. So, you can see in the first upper left-hand corner, the first small circle, that little figure inside, that's you. And that circle represents a single habit. And I want to jump back up for a moment to the title, Power Habits. Now, there's a gazillion things that we do for habits every single day. Most of them we don't even realize are habits. We don't even realize that we're doing them. But one of the things that I am trying to get you to do is to really focus not just on adopting habits, random habits, and just doing a whole bunch of things, is to be able to identify the habits that give you the greatest bang for your buck. That has been a massive insight for me, not just for weight loss, because I'm also using this to transform my body. I'm using it to transform my mindset when it comes to creating wealth and a whole bunch of other areas of my life where I realize that I don't want to be doing a whole bunch of stuff. I don't want to spend an hour in a gym. What I'm looking at doing now is, what are the things that are going to get me the most bang for my buck? So if I only do those things, if I only did this one habit today, that would benefit me far greater than doing 10 other insignificant ones that really don't play a bigger role in the things that I'm trying to accomplish. So back to that first circle. So that's you with one habit. You find one habit that really has a great impact on whatever the behavior is that you are looking to change, or whatever the outcome is that you're looking to create, which obviously in this case is losing weight. So whatever that habit was that you've identified. The circle represents 2 things. And you can see I have, beside the multiplier effect, I have takeaway number 1 and takeaway number 2. Takeaway number 1, I've got the word influence. And when I'm talking about influence, I'm talking about your ability to influence your own behavior. And I know that kind of sounds funny, but the truth is, the reason that we get into trouble in all these other different aspects of our lives is we can't control ourselves. We do not know how to rein in our own behavior. And that is such a humbling insight to make, but that's true. I mean, that was one of the honest assessments I had to make, was I don't have any control over a lot of the stuff that I'm doing. And the sad thing is that I could have that control if I understood, if I had a better understanding of how to put these habits together. So that circle represents your influence on your own behavior. And you can see with one habit, relatively small circle, but that's positive because people who are not really aware of this at all really have no impact over their own, have very little impact over their own, very little influence over their own behaviors. The second part, that also represents your ability to achieve within a given goal that you're attempting to to accomplish. So again, depending on what it is. But the focus for this is weight loss. So you've got this one habit and it has provided moderate success within your weight loss, outcome, whatever that happens to be. The second circle, again, you in the middle of that circle, you've now adopted a second power habit. And what you see happen is your circle of influence has begun to expand, which means you have more control over your behavior and your achievements begin to expand. You begin to create and experience greater success. The third circle, again, you add a third habit. Obviously, the circle begins to expand. And this is not chronological. It's not, you add the third habit and you're going to expand 3 times. This is exponential growth. That circle is going to differ for everybody. But when you begin to bundle together 3 power habits, 3 habits that you've identified that get you the most bang for your buck, that circle begins to expand. And then as you can see for 4 and then for 5, it's the same sort of thing. So the bundling effect of these really powerful habits, these habits that have allowed you to get the most for the effort that you're putting into it. One of my philosophies that I have now on my journey when I'm looking at doing anything is if I'm going to adopt a new behavior, I want to get 10 times the value for 1/10 the effort. So I am done with the days up until, and I would say that this, even though most of my changes happened after the age of 45, I would have to say that since, I've turned about halfway through 48, I'm 49 now, but about halfway through 48, I started to realize that trading hours for, whatever it was that I wanted just doesn't make a lot of sense. I don't want to spend an hour, for example, doing CrossFit exercises, just doing a bunch of stuff because that's what everybody does. I want to spend time now and say, well, which behaviors will actually get me, the body that I'm looking to get? And so that's what this idea is all about. It's the multiplier effect. I'm obviously going to go into a lot more detail on this, but I'm telling you, this is powerful. It's done wonders for me. And I guarantee that you could take just a single habit and you could begin to create changes that within a week to 3 weeks, you would be amazed at what is going to begin to happen in your life. And then again, once you start adding other habits to that and the multiplier effect kicks in, pow! Amazing things start to happen. I just scared the bejeebers out of my cat, by the way. Anyhow, there you go. There's just a quick snippet of some of the really, really robust ideas that I'm going to be talking about in this training. So hopefully, if you've already signed up, looking forward to talking to you on Friday. If you haven't signed up yet, hopefully this is enough encouragement. I'm telling you, it's a game changer. It will change your life. Hope to see you on the inside. The link is down below if you want to sign up for the course. Again, it's only $19. It is a 60% off. Tremendous value. Again, even if you get one idea that transforms the quality of your life, it's going to be well worth it. And as I mentioned in my email, I don't want you to take this and say, well, it's a $19 course. I want you to turn this into 20 or 50 times the value. So how do you take the ideas, apply them, and get tremendous value, much more value than you paid for the course? There you go. Hope to see you on Friday. Ciao.